Hey everyone, how are you all doing? Today I'm finally going to be showing off my custom Daredevil on the Vulcan body. And this is what Hasbro should have given us. I'm glad that we're getting the super articulated body with the Renew Your Vows body or retro body, whatever you want to call it, for the new Daredevil. But like, look at this thing. I'm so proud of how this turned out. And what better day to show it off than the She-Hulk episode where we finally got Daredevil in it. And that episode did not disappoint. I know there's a lot of people that don't like She-Hulk, and a lot of them don't like it for stupid reasons, but we all can't deny that we were very happy to see Charlie back, and that episode was fucking phenomenal. It was absolutely beautiful, and Charlie was amazing. You know, getting to see a little bit more of a playful Matt Murdock was really fun. But this isn't based off of, you know, the first appearance suit, which I will compare it to, but this is based off of, I would say more so off of how he looked in the, what is it called? The Chip Zardansky run, how he looks in that run. You know, whenever he has like the full Daredevil suit and not like the whatever is currently happening in the comic. It's a little bit based on that, but also kind of, I took some liberties, you know, did my own thing. Because I originally started out to make it classic, and then I was like, well, what if I added this? And then what if I added this? And then what if I added that? And then what if I added these? And it just turned into this. And I could not be happier with how this turned out. So without further ado, let's, you know, dive in and get, you know, into the nitty gritty of what I did to make this. So as you can see here, like I said, I did use the Vulcan body. Whenever I was doing this, I took the original Vulcan body, and obviously he has blue shoulders and the blue butterfly joints and the blue upper torso, but you can take off the torso, or you can take off the paint on the torso. All you gotta do is use some acetone, and then I painted that red. Obviously there's a little bit of a different color between the red from here to his pants, but I kind of like that because if you look at the Zardansky run on Daredevil, his pants are a little different. So I was like, okay, let's make it like they're kind of two separate, just a little bit off in color. So it's just, you know, slightly different. But trying to do that, I tried to take off all the paint. I took off all of it, but you can't, unfortunately, take off the paint on the shoulders or the butterfly joints. Those are actually cast in blue, and you can still kind of see a little bit in there that's chipped a little bit. That's all I did really for the body itself. I mean, I tried so many different iterations of the boots, but nothing would work because, as I said in the Black Panther review, for some reason the lower legs are just so goddamn tight. The detents are so tight on this body, and it's annoying. But hopefully as time goes on, you know, that'll start to break down a little bit, and then the legs won't be as tough. But I took off the Shadowland Daredevil, his arm wraps, or you know, I pried them off, and I peeled them and all that stuff, and I heat them up and I fit them to these, and I love how this turned out. I took the Deadpool hands and I put a black wash over them, same with the boots and the gold and all that stuff, because these boots were originally gold, and then the shoes themselves are actually from Bucky, I believe that's what I used. I may have used Bucky. I think it was Bucky, the Infinity War one. But I wanted it to not just be boots. I wanted to look like actual kind of shoes, and almost like maybe the shins were actually like shin guards or something. But his batons are the same. They're the same, you know, typical Daredevil ones, but I painted them, the edges of them, silver because of course I did. I mean, come on. And then I actually left a little bit of a tab to, never mind, that's not the one that I left the tab on. I did that on a different thing. Shh, I did that on a different custom. It's fine. Shh. But as for the belt, the little strap down here is actually from a knockoff Mezco that I bought. And I hate that thing. That thing's terrible. So I just took this and I slipped it up his leg, and there you go. I like how that looks. It looks like it's strapped in more secure to the I almost said to the wall, to the leg. But his belt, if you know your McFarlane figures, is the Thomas Wayne DC Multiverse Batman figure. And I snipped off the one side of his holster, and these actually can fit into his holster here. So I will show that real quick. As you can see, those go in there. They actually fit in there a lot better. I just kind of got annoyed with it trying to do it. His knees also were a different color, but that was just the problem with the Vulcan body. His knees for some reason were just a different color. They were cast in a weirder plastic, I guess, but they almost kind of look like knee pads, so I'll allow it. It's fine. I'll deal with it. I actually tried to do a decal for the chest, and it did not work at all. The decal was terrible, and it just did not work. So I said, okay, fine, I'll try paint it myself. And I loved the black outline, and then, because I actually did the emblem first, and I was like, okay, I like the black in it and all that stuff. I'm gonna have to add a little bit more because I was like, I need some little bit more black. So I took this third-party head sculpt that I had of Daredevil, and I painted, because it originally was painted, well, it actually was originally cast in gray, but I originally painted it for the standard Bucky cap body Daredevil, and then I was like, okay, let's see how it works on here. And I painted around the eyes, I painted them black, so it actually fits in a little bit more, has that little bit of a Chip Zdarsky, whoa, flair to it. I like it. And then same with the hands. But speaking of the hands, I actually made 2 other sets of hands to go with this figure. So I got a set of fists and I have a set of open hands for him as well. So that was really fun. I took a spare Captain America set of hands that I had. Actually, I took both those sets are spare Captain America hands, so I can put him in whatever pose I want and however I want to do it. So I'm very happy with that. And as for articulation, like, he actually still, his head can go up all the way. You can see it's a little exposed right there, but it's not that big of a deal to me. His arms can actually go out and then come down, and no real paint rub. Nothing too terrible, which is really good. I managed to actually kind of figure out how to do it properly. It does chip here and there a little bit. You can see kind of a little bit showing right there, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. And so, yeah, I'm going to show you guys some comparisons here because he's not standing. There we go. I'm going to show you some comparisons and show you what he looks like, especially versus the Renew Your Vows Spidey, because I really think that this is the body that Matt should have been on. And some people might say it's too big, but, you know, those people are wrong. Everyone's entitled to their opinion unless it's wrong. Here he is next to the Black Panther on the Vulcan body and the retro / Renew Your Vows Spidey. And I don't know. I think that Matt should be bigger. I think that he shouldn't be... I think it's the shoulders. Honestly, I really do. I think that it's the shoulders when it comes to the Renew Your Vows Spidey. I think they're just sunk in too much. He looks a little too... I don't know. His shoulders just look a little droopy. And I feel like Matt needs to be broad. I mean, like, obviously he is agile and stuff like that, but he's also built, you know? Like, he's fucking Daredevil, you know? Like, But I'm happy with that 3-pack, and I got it. Of course I got it. I'm a sucker. I love Daredevil. I am a sucker. But I really love this. I love how this turned out. And I mean, of course I had to show this. Here he is next to the Bucky cap mold version of Daredevil from his first appearance. There you go. His first appearance. God damn. And then the Mafex. Then the Mezco Netflix Daredevil. And I think this looks really good as well. I do. I think this looks good for Matt. I do. Like, his shoulders are broad on the Bucky cap one, and I think that might be why I'm not too happy with how the Renew Your Vows body is going to look with Daredevil, because I think his shoulders should be broad anyway. But, you know, maybe I can fix it, you know? Maybe I can add different shoulders or something. We'll see. And then, of course, as always, here he's next to the retro 20th anniversary Captain America and the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. And I think this looks good. He's, like, just a hair shorter than Cap, which I feel like Matt maybe should be a little bit shorter than, you know, him. And I think, yes, the Renew Your Vows Spidey, I feel like that height's perfect for Matt. But I think this build is perfect. But I just, you know, he's taller than Spidey. He's shorter than Captain America. He's not broader than Captain America, but he's broader than Spidey. And I just think that it works. He looks lean, and he looks like he's going to absolutely demolish you. And I think it's perfect for Daredevil. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments below, and I will catch you all in the next one. See ya.